Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is Advent of Code, day 7. We have 2 seconds to go. Go, go, go. Yeah, so I set it up late. So yeah, let's do it now. Okay. Yeah. Intro. We're not doing much intro anymore because I didn't have time today. Hmm. Okay. I guess I get it. Okay. And now. Okay. Wait a second. I think I'm dumb. Am I? Huh. Maybe not then. Maybe okay. I was wrong. Hmm. What am I smoking? Why am I writing that? 39 is not even right. Oh, how am I getting this so well? So the dupe, is that right? But why is that not right then? 1572. Yeah. Or maybe I'm just dumb. Okay. Not quite sure what it's asking. It's just I mean, it's just TP probably, but not quite sure what it's asking. But okay, so then now. It's okay, fine, I see. I mean, this is uh, no, what's that? It skips. There's like, 61 is not right, so why is that not right? Am I misunderstanding something? How did it get 40 on 21 splits? Am I missing? how does it get only 40? Am I misunderstanding this part? Only 40. No, my counting is wrong. This is. Oh, whoops. I left my thing in from before, you dummy. And that's what happens when you copy and paste. I mean, yeah, what a silly boy. Well, overall, I mean, I guess this is what I would have expected the problem to go, but I still took a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry for the really terrible intro. And breaking into it, I usually set up a little bit more, but today I am just pooped. And as a result, I took a nap, and I napped until 1:59 a.m. This advent, of course, for me in Ushuaia in Argentina, it starts at 2 a.m. So took a nap, woke up at 1:59 and hustled to kind of set everything up. So that's why I'm a little bit slow today. But yeah, let's go over the solution. Part 1. Honestly, I really thought that well, I guess there's the dedupe. I thought you could just count the number of splitters and that would be it. But why doesn't counting the number of splitters work? What was part 1 again for me? 1573. Right. Yeah, it's off by a lot. I would have thought that it would work, honestly. What is getting me? Sorry, I'm just like analyzing it still. Feel free to fast forward if you're watching this a little bit. Because I don't. How does so okay? So split. I mean, I guess my code understands it better than I do. But this goes all the way down. Reverse split. Oh, and you have splitters that don't get. I see. I mean, I think that's it. I did not realize that you could have splitters that don't have stuff coming into it. Okay. I thought, because I think if you have a case where you always have something going in, then yeah, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, then in that case that makes sense. Then you just have to simulate. There are probably good ways to simulate this problem, to be honest. The way that I did it, it's just by moving everything one step down at a time. Of course. And then the key thing, and it was running infinitely, just very slow until I put it in the set, which is otherwise actually part 2 without, if I didn't have this set, it would be part 2 basically, actually, except for that you have this ridiculously big number, which you have to figure out how to dedupe anyway, or merge rather, right? Anyway, that's maybe a little bit going ahead, but otherwise, yeah, it's just simulation. You start at the start, and then you go down, and then you split, and so forth. I don't know if there's anything too complicated once you realize or once you figure out how you want to set up the data structure. I mean, it was just annoying to kind of figure out how I want to do it. But yeah, but I just kind of treat it like literally just simulated by having the coordinates, and then once it fall off the map, I finish and then just left the count. The annoying thing is that I left the count in here and for part two, even though I got that one pretty quickly. I don't know, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I got it relatively annoyingly. But yeah, but I think I was actually happy about. I mean, I'm proud that I kind of mostly kept what I did in part one, right? I just kind of add in the count, and then the merging. I have to do a little bit more manual. I probably could have put this actually as part of this, but I just didn't really want it to. Well, I just didn't want to change the structure too much, but as a result, I accidentally left in the count plus one, which kind of what I had to debug. But otherwise, yeah. And the idea behind this, maybe I'm not explaining well, so I'm still really tired. Just stuff is at 2 a.m. It's even worse than when I'm in New York, when it was at midnight. But yeah, but it's just about. I mean, the way that I think about it is with that is dynamic programming, but just in a strange way. Actually, now that I think about it, if I because I did it with a list on part one. If I didn't do it with a list, I mean, there are definitely other ways you can simulate it. You could just by having it just draw on the grid literally, right? And maybe if I did it that way, then this would be a little bit easier to set up the DP. The idea here is just that when you see a splitter, the number, I start with C, which we start with 1. And then when C goes to, when it gets split, then it just gets split exactly that amount of times. Yeah, and that's it. And then we kind of just merge together in a I don't know, not clean way, to be honest. But I mean, I'm doing this for time reason, or like I'm optimizing for solve time and not any other time, so it is gonna look a little wonky. But yeah, but for XY, we just kind of merge them. So the point of this is just to merge them together, and then otherwise, yeah. And the reason why I realized that my count was off is because when I had the print statement, I looked at the last line and it added up to like about 40 for the test case. And then I was like, wait, maybe my code is wrong. And then I just noticed it. Very sad, but okay. But that's it. I mean, all of this is kind of linear, right? In the space, because it is literally the input size. Even though this looks way awkward, it is linear in the size of the input, right? Remember, the size of the input is R times C. They give it to you in the grid that is R times C. And despite all these lists and all these things, the total number of space used is just you can't go. I mean, I guess you could technically go around by like being 1 over it, or one over it to the left or 1 over to the right, but effectively we are only simulating everything that's still going to be on the grid, right? Like you could kind of imagine these to be just like on a grid, but maybe technically more efficient, maybe, I don't know, because it's a sparse grid, if you will, right? So as a result, this is actually linear time and linear space, because this loop looks terrible, but only loops the number of rows time of the input, right? And for every row, we look at every column at most once, even though, again, this looks very awkward. So yeah, linear time, linear space for part 1 and part 2. Hopefully I didn't lie to you. If I did, I'm just wrong. It happens. I'm really tired. It's late. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't especially when I'm traveling. But yeah. Okay. I am going to pass out again for good this time. So stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.